Ukrainian President Zelensky is making another urgent request of Ukraine's allies in the West, aid to help keep that country's power grid online and functioning. Ukraine has pleaded with the U.S. and other allies to secure transformers, generators, and other equipment to prevent a total collapse of the energy grid and hence the heat and Wi-Fi and everything in the face of a harsh winter and a relentless barrage of airstrikes from Russian forces. The Kremlin's attacks have damaged about 40% of Ukraine's electrical network, leaving 17 million Ukrainians, many of them children, without a regular supply of electricity, clean and safe water, and heat during the cold winter months. Let's bring in MSNBC public health analyst, our friend Dr. Irwin Redlener, professor of pediatrics at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, and Karen Redlener, executive vice president and co-founder of the Children's Health Fund. They are both co-founders of the Ukraine Children's Action Project, an initiative, a new one, designed to provide urgent mental health and educational support to displaced Ukrainian children living in a war zone. It's so nice to have you here as well. You're heading back to Ukraine. Tell me what your mission will be this time.
Well, our mission always is to try to make sure that we're partnering with people that know what they're doing, that are going to fulfill the mission that we have. In other words, we'll raise the money and we'll partner with people. We want to make sure that they will deliver exactly what's needed over there. So this is one of the purposes. We're going to probably be going back every 6 weeks or 8 weeks at the most. So we just have to keep track of things. The other thing is we're meeting incredible people over there. The Ukrainians are very resilient. They're fantastic. The children are amazing. And we have to keep up the fight. It's not just a military thing. We have to make sure from a humanitarian perspective that these kids and their families are being taken care of through what this brutal winter is going to become thanks to Putin's unrelenting terror campaign.
Yeah, I mean, the helicopter crash, and it's not completely clear if that was part of the terror campaign or just an accident, but you couldn't, if you tried to conjure up the most tragic of circumstances, a helicopter crashing into kindergarten would be it. Children are not spared from this war, not just losing moms and dads and being far away from them, but losing their lives and now facing a winter without heat and water. As you sort of triage the needs of Ukraine's children, where do you put those needs on a matrix or on a list?
Right. Well, Irwin and I have been working for many decades with children that have very little, that are living in circumstances with a lot of challenges, poverty, violence, other kinds of situations. And, you know, we know from that experience that education and health and mental health are just priorities for them, because if they don't receive the education and receive the support they need from a health perspective at their young age, then their lives are very changed in the future. So that's our focus, is to address mental health issues, either through the lens of the teachers that are working with kids, helping the teachers know how to help children with trauma, direct services to moms and kids, and then really understanding the barriers to education, of which there are many and growing. But we have a lot of people, as Irwin said, that live in Lviv, in the western part of the country, that have insights that people from out of the country don't. So we are working with great partners, organizations that help us understand where to target our funding and our programs.
What do you need?
Well, first of all, right now, things Karen just described our mission. That's our mission.
Yeah.
But starting in October, when whatever kind of war it was converted to just nonstop terrorism, knocking out, as Karen was saying, electrical grids, water supplies, etc. And by the way, they're also targeting schools and hospitals. Nothing is off limits to these people. But now there's a humanitarian need that's layered upon the other need. And it's like we were talking yesterday about the fact that the Russians knocked out and destroyed every single school bus and operational vehicle in the area of Chernihiv. That means that kids are not getting schools. They don't have school buses. So we're going to be meeting with our people over there. We're going to be going. They're going shopping for us in Germany and around Europe to get, if we can get the money, to buy the school buses and drive them to Chernihiv. Everything's important.
So people that donate could be helping to buy a new school bus from another European country. That's incredible.
Because there's no other organizations that are actually doing that. And then we're contributing to President Zelensky's program. Presidential fund to buy lots and lots of generators. I mean, I don't know how people get through a winter without heat and electricity and access to clean water. It's just frightening, and it's the overlay on top of the other challenges that Karen's talking about. Make sure these kids to get their psychological issues diagnosed and treated, and then, for God's sakes, get them to school. We know just from the pandemic here, when lots and lots of children who lived in adversity didn't go to school for a year, they're behind the 8 ball in ways that will be very difficult to fix. So we have a big agenda, and we're just trying to make sure we got the right people working with us, and that every dime that we raise is going where it needs to go. That's
on the ground in Ukraine.
On the ground.
You guys are my heroes for doing this work, and I think you have we talk to Igor Novikov all the time about what life is like in Kyiv, and it is what you're describing. I mean, now with civilians as the targets of Russian strikes, they are so dependent on these resilience centers that are fueled by generators. So I know the money is going in all the places that Ukrainians would say they need it. So thank you for your work.
We're hoping to meet Igor.
Yeah, we'll put you guys together. Right. We'll put you guys together. You're going to get on WhatsApp, but we'll put you guys together. Dr. Redlener, Karen Redlener, thank you so much for being here. A quick break for us. Oh, here it is, www.ukrainecap.org. Check it out. Share what you can. A quick break for us. We will be right back.